As dawn breaks over the obsidian spires, the migratory flock prepares for their most treacherous ascent yet. Kale, the young falcon, circles above his kin, his eyes scanning the horizon for the first sign of the thermal currents. The air grows thin and cold as the birds reach an altitude where only the strongest can survive the biting wind. A sudden shadow falls over the group. A massive golden eagle, the sentinel of these peaks, watches their every move. Kale signals a change in formation, leading the smaller birds into a narrow canyon to avoid the predator's reach. Inside the canyon, the echoes of their chirps create a haunting melody that resonates against the ancient stone. They discover a hidden glacial lake, its surface a perfect mirror reflecting the celestial dance of the clouds. The flock stops briefly to drink, their feathers shimmering with moisture as they prepare for the final climb. Suddenly, the sky begins to darken prematurely. A rare solar eclipse is beginning to cast a strange twilight over the world. Confused by the sudden night, many birds falter, their internal compasses spinning in the shifting magnetic field. Kale trusts his instincts, finding a steady path through the darkness by the scent of the distant sea. The golden eagle strikes, diving through the eclipse's shadow with lethal precision toward the trailing stragglers. Kale maneuvers a daring intercept, drawing the giant bird away from the flock and into a steep spiral dive. The chase leads them through a waterfall of ice, where frozen mists create a dazzling labyrinth of light. Using his smaller size to his advantage, Cal zips through a narrow ice arch that the larger eagle cannot navigate. The eagle pulls back, respecting the courage of the smaller bird, as the sun begins to emerge from behind the moon. As the light returns, the flock finds themselves at the very summit of the Great Barrier Range, overlooking the world. Below them lies the Emerald Valley, a lush paradise that marks the halfway point of their epic journey. The descent is a joyous tumble through the clouds, the birds feeling the warmth of the valley air on their wings. They land in a forest of ancient giants, where the trees are so tall they seem to touch the heavens. In the valley, they meet a group of local hornbills who share the secrets of the forest's hidden fruit groves. Kale rests by a glowing pond, where bioluminescent lilies illuminate the water in the evening's approach. A tropical storm rolls in, testing the flock's resolve with heavy rain and rhythmic thunder. The rain brings out the forest's predators. A clouded leopard watches the flock from the shadows of a fern. Kale sounds the alarm, his sharp cry cutting through the sound of the falling rain to warn the others. The flock takes to the air once more, their wet feathers making every flap a display of sheer willpower. They fly over a series of volcanic vents, using the rising steam to dry their wings and gain altitude. The sulfurous clouds are dangerous, requiring the flock to hold their breath as they navigate the haze. Emerging from the steam, they see the ocean for the first time, a vast blue expanse stretching to the horizon. The coastal winds are strong, carrying the salty scent of destiny and the promise of their final destination. They encounter a pod of whales breaching below, a magnificent display of life's interconnectedness. Kale leads the flock along the coastline, following the line where the white sand meets the turquoise tide. As night falls, they find refuge on a rocky island inhabited by thousands of nesting seabirds. The sounds of the colony are a chaotic symphony, a reminder that they are part of something much larger than themselves. Kale looks up at the stars, recognizing the constellations that have guided his ancestors for millennia. Morning brings a tailwind, a gift from the spirits of the air to speed them on their final leg. They finally see the promised wetlands, a shimmering delta where the river meets the sea in a maze of life. One by one, the tired travelers touch down on the soft mud, their long journey finally coming to an end. Kale stands on a driftwood branch, a true leader who has brought his people through shadow and light. The cycle is complete, but as the sun sets, they know that one day the call of the wind will lead them back again.